Resident Evil 4, the remake of the critically acclaimed and beloved 2005 game of the same name. Marketing claimed that the remake aimed to preserve the essence of the original game while introducing modernized gameplay, a reimagined storyline, and vividly detailed graphics. Will this remake honor the original and reignite the passion and love that fans had for the original? Or will fans be left feeling disappointed by a simple cash grab, baiting nostalgia as a selling point? Let's find out. For full transparency, there were many restrictions required by Capcom in regards to what I can and cannot discuss in this review. One of the restrictions being the gameplay I can show, as well as story spoilers and many other topics. I will do my best to deliver a full in-depth review capturing the positives and negatives while still ensuring that I do not go against any of the restrictions. There are chapters listed on the screen currently, and so if any topics appeal to you specifically, you are more than welcome to jump to them. Let's start off with the story. The story is one of the elements that has been most heavily restricted, but I can say that it does capture the original game's story and narrative beats, while also introducing a variety of new twists and turns. So both new players and veterans will be able to experience the game and all of its pleasant surprises. Character motivations, development, and arcs are all well explored and delivered, while also placing a focus on world building and lore. If you are someone who enjoys the smaller details of storytelling, or simply enjoying gathering little pieces of lore here and there, then you are definitely not going to be disappointed here. The graphics are honestly beautiful in this game. I don't know what else I could possibly say in that regard. What you are seeing on screen now is what you get. In comparison to graphical masterpieces like Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War, the graphics may seem lacking, but are perfectly serviceable, realistic, and bone-chilling. Mix the realistic graphics with the creepy environments and you will find yourself immersed in a world that you will not only love, but will also desperately try to escape. While the graphics and world are beautifully crafted, one of the only visual frustrations for me was the lacking variety of enemy models. There were multiple times during my playthrough that I had 2 or more enemy characters approaching me with the exact same character model. A little more variation, even in things as simple as clothes and hair, would definitely help avoid this situation and problem. But I do find it rather easy to ignore, especially considering that I can't imagine many shopping malls exist in the surrounding areas. When it comes to survival shooters like Resident Evil 4, combat and movement are incredibly important factors to get right, and for the most part, I think Capcom did a phenomenal job. Leon moves around and reacts realistically. Well, as realistically as a video game character fighting endless hordes of zombies possibly could, and the enemies move at a pace that will not overwhelm players too easily, but if they act foolishly or without planning ahead, they could easily be surrounded and dismembered. The movement is not perfect, however. I do wish that Leon could move a little bit faster. The fact that his sprint feels more akin to a light jog rather than sprinting definitely puts this on the more frustrating or stressful side when you're trying to outrun hordes of zombies. There is also an inability to go into Leon's crouching stance from a running position. This might not seem like a big deal, but if you are trying to run from enemies while also ducking under tripwires, life can become rather painful, deadly, and ultimately repetitive, as you will find yourself booting up the next autosave after an explosive end. Gunplay is satisfying and guns feel weighty, but the melee combat can definitely feel incredibly underwhelming. Many enemy characters will not even react to your melee attacks, which makes it feel rather frustrating when you try to avoid grapples and bites. But after a few hours, learning when to use your guns and when to use your melee weapons becomes second nature. Finally, the world and navigating through it. As mentioned earlier, the world is incredibly immersive because of the realistic graphics and designs implemented into the world. But even the variety of different landscapes and areas keeps the map and exploration feeling fresh. It is not very often that a game with a fairly muted color palette can create an engaging world out of it, but Resident Evil 4 made it work. So, in conclusion, Resident Evil 4 is a fun game. Simply put, if you pick this up, you are going to have fun. New players will get the opportunity to enjoy one of the most beloved horror games in history, while fans of the original will also be given enough new content that they can pleasantly enjoy a new experience that feels familiar. If you want to spend your nights fighting hordes of cult members and feeling the adrenaline pumping through your veins, then I would definitely recommend Resident Evil 4. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like and let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for more reviews like this, and I hope to see you again in the next video.